Look, man, I got some important business to take care of, okay? I want Callum Hudson-Odoi. I want Tariq Lamptey. I want all of them, okay? I want all the Ghanaians. Did you hear that, Sammy Kufo? I want all the Ghanaian players, okay? I want all of them. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Sammy Kufo poll is unmatched. He's getting us all the Ghanaian talent. Well, the next one right now is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hansi, big dicko flick, pretty much saying, you know what, I want this kid here. He can play as a winger and as a number 10. He said that from his mouth. That was crazy. And he said that Bayern Munich are dealing with Chelsea. We're punching them. We're grabbing Abramovich by his throat and we're squeezing the juice out of him. He must answer. That oil money that he has in Ukraine and Russia is definitely getting squeezed out and it's burning, and Bayern are adding fuel to the flame. Well, yeah, so Fat Frank, Super Frank, Fat, I don't know what you call him. He pretty much also said that Bayern Munich, of course, are interested in Odoi, and it's up to the clubs. So it's right now up to Chelsea to say yes or no to the move. Bayern Munich want Odoi. He's like our nice little sexual object. Every summer, we want him. We want him. We won't stop looking for Callum Hudson-Odoi. I don't know why we're so invested in him. Someone actually did say something crazy. Someone did say, George, why are we so interested in Odoi? Musiala is just as good. If you ran Bayern, that's the Europa League song. We'd be in the Europa League every single year. I don't know how you think getting Hudson-Odoi is a bad idea and keeping Musiala is just as... Look, both of them would be exceptional. They both came from Chelsea, to be fair. So, hey, we're Brexit FC. We're Brexit. Why are we getting all these English... Oh, okay, that's kind of crazy. We're Brexit, so you know what? I'll take it. I'll take being Brexit for just the next 5 years or so. So you know what? I want Hudson-Odoi. I think we need him. We need a player like that. Coman, look, this guy's a doubt for this game as well. X for doubt. I don't know why Coman just does this to us, man. He does this all the time. He always gets injured when we think we need him the most. That's the situation with Kingsley Coman. So, yeah, he's injured or he has a knock right now. So that's unfortunate. And now that means Gnabry is our only fit winger for the game against Hertha Berlin tomorrow, which I'll do a preview for in a separate video. That's going to be fun. I don't think I'll be in this room for that. So just look out for that preview. But yeah, Hudson-Odoi, definitely someone I want at Bayern Munich. Hansi Flick wants him at Bayern Munich. You know, we look at our wingers and... yeah, I think he's closer to Gnabry than Sané, to be completely honest. So, yeah, let's look at him. I mean, look at his value. That's a sensational value. 19 years old, 30 million, 1 goal in 5 matches. He's not really starting. That's why he wants to leave Chelsea. That's why he's pushing to leave that Farmers Club. He really wants to leave and come to a big club for the first time in his career. Key passes. Look, one thing about him, he's so sharp on the ball. Everything he does, the passing, just the intricate movement he has in his game. I love it. I think we need that. He's close to Gnabry. I feel like they'll be getting a lot of goals. And look, Coman's injured. We only have one fit winger. Musiala's not even a winger, to be fair, but we only have one fit winger in our team. How crazy is that? Look, I always thought we were KFC, you know, all these great wingers. No, we don't have a winger right now, apart from Gnabry. So we need someone like him immediately. You know, I wish we did this when the transfer window was actually relevant. Now we have 2 days left in it. Bayern Munich are signing Mac, Elon Musk rocket. I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Roca is going to be a great signing. I wanted him at Bayern when we were linked to him. Was it a year ago or last year? Yeah, he was great. I just thought I wanted him. And he even improved his game even more. He got more muscular. Leon Goretzka, Steroids FC. He's in that club. He's pretty much just Goretzka, but with a different... well, he's not. You know what I mean. Physically, he looks like Goretzka. He's big, okay? He's big and tough and strong in Spanish. I love that. We needed a really good midfielder like that. I'm not sure if he's directly like a like-for-like player with Thiago. I don't think that's the case. Him and Thiago don't play the same way. But he does bring a different element to our midfield. His long passing, tempo control, similar to Kimmich, but Kimmich is, you know, Kimmich will score goals, right? He'll do that. So you need someone there. And I think Roca defensively improved from the last time I checked on him. Defensively, he got stronger, so he's getting into more challenges. I was watching him with the under 21s Euros with Spain, and one thing I said was that his defensive, I guess, just that robustness he didn't have. So I'm glad Marc Roca got it. Greedy George, hey, bring him home. All the Chelsea fans are crying. It's destiny. It's destiny. It's destined to happen. Destined for greatness. Manny and Toby. I'm serious. This is going to be a great signing for us. Hudson-Odoi is a great player. You look at what he does for Chelsea. I didn't know what he did today. Did he play well today? He didn't score. Timo Werner didn't score either. That's 50 million down the drain. Timo Werner came from Germany. 50 million down the drain. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad we're very much linked to Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I think he'll leave. I think Bayern really want him. Well, actually, to be honest, I don't know what Bayern want right now. Didn't I say it? I felt like something weird was just going to happen. We're just going to sign players with no one. Either we're just doing business in the dark, which that's crazy. When was the last time Bayern actually signed a player and not everyone knew about it? That's crazy. Well, it was maybe like the Cousins deal, but yeah, that's crazy. We actually just signed someone out of nowhere. So yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like the fact that we signed someone out of nowhere. You're just getting a player. Oh, Leeds are playing in 8 minutes, so we need to make this shorter than it has to be. Don't worry, okay? Look, I'll make this today, just this day here. Just, man, I can't even speak today. I'm just excited, you know? You wake up, and all of a sudden your club's signing some players, man. I'm so happy with that. Hudson-Odoi would be a great addition. Better buy Richarlison than Hudson-Odoi. Well, there's a 100 million price tag there, and I don't think you want to spend that much money on Richarlison, who would be a fourth choice winger, because he's not better than Serge or Leroy Sané. So that's just not going to happen. I would genuinely be over the moon if we signed someone like that, but he's going to cost money. The thing with Odoi here and a Perisic, for example, even though they're completely different types of players, one's really young and the other one's really old. But with Perisic, he's going to cost you less money, and with Odoi, he's going to cost you less money. Perisic is a short-term solution, and then Odoi is a long-term solution. So I agree with both types of signings, but the thing is, you can't go for someone in between where they're already at a certain level, like a Richarlison. So that's going to cost you a lot of money. Odoi would be great for us because we already have very world-class wingers. Sané's world-class, so is Gnabry. I don't care what anyone tells me. Leroy Sané is absolutely on top of the world when he's playing on his day. And I think that's something that we love to see and watch. But you also look at Callum Hudson-Odoi, that's a kid that's coming up. He can learn from them. You have Robert Lewandowski there who can teach our wingers. And Thomas Muller is going to be all over the place. Imagine playing with Thomas Muller instead of Ross Barkley. You're going to definitely enjoy your life a little bit better. You're going to enjoy your life. Imagine playing with Kai Havertz. I can't even think of the name without trying to throw up. But seriously, imagine playing with Thomas Muller. You're learning football intelligence. You're learning all these different traits that you can add to your game. You'll see Muller do something, and all of a sudden you want to try it. And you get smarter when you play around smarter players. You know, I think that's why sometimes I thought our team was just, even though we had Niko Kovac, we just had great players, smart players. Gnabry would just turn into unplayable mode and just turn into a cheat code and score 4 goals on one team in London. So that's great. I think you have that. We have a lot of intelligent players. I think that's why it's so important that we get someone like a Hudson-Odoi right now. We need a Hudson-Odoi. We don't necessarily need a Perisic or a Jose Callejon. You know what? He's not even Spanish for me. He doesn't have that type of technical ability. I'm calling him Jose Callejon. Callejon. You don't get the H from here. Jose Callejon. Callejon. I'm telling you, we don't need those types of players right now. We don't need all that experience. We already have so much of it. I mean, look, we only have 3 players in our squad over the age of 30. That's Thomas Muller, who never released. I don't think Muller will decline anytime soon. Robert Lewandowski, I don't think he'll decline anytime soon. And Manuel Neuer. Do we need experienced wingers? I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I'm not necessarily sure. George, Mr. Lisbon, injured again. Hey, stop disrespecting my Iron Robin like that. Stop putting Coman in these Mr. Lisbon conversations. Perisic started in the Champions League campaign ahead of him, and you're telling me he had a huge part. He scored a header. So, great, thank you, Kingsley, thank you. But then when the season started, and I wanted you to play the most and prove yourself, he didn't actually get the virus, but he was in contact with someone who got the virus, which meant he had to actually go through the incubation period. So he almost pretty much picked up the virus at that stage. He trained with the team, and then now Sané is injured. This is his chance. He's out with a knock. He's a doubt for tomorrow. I hope he starts. I really want Coman to prove me wrong, but it's the same cycle with him. You get excited because, oh, he scores a goal in the Champions League final. Kingsley, you can start, and put Sané on the bench, and then Sané has to fight, and we create competition. Oh, he's out. Okay, cool. Just coincidences, unlucky. I don't know. But then, okay, you know what? Sané, oh my goodness, injury. I'm crying over here, and I'm saying, oh, I have to watch Coman now. Well, Coman gets injured too. So what's wrong with our club sometimes? Because it just happens. Kingsley Coman. This is why we need a fourth winger, because we can't trust Coman, even though you like him. I can't rely on the guy. I just know the same thing happens every single time. I start putting my trust in him. He just lets me down. He's a complete letdown, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, okay? Maybe I'm just this hate. I just have hatred for him fuming in my heart. Maybe that's the case. But I can't trust him to stay fit. I can't trust him to actually play week in, week out when we need him. And that's what you pay players for, frankly. So I don't know. I'm you know what? Crucified me. But yeah, Fine is gonna go back. I don't think Fine's gonna go back on loan. What about Fine and Cousins? Yeah, what about them? they're in the squad, and they're going to play. Right, this season's gonna be congested. I mean, we were complaining that Kimmich was tired the other night. First of all, when we sign a backup right back, and we also get this Marc Roca guy in, well, he's pretty much, apparently, Fabrizio Romano, medicals, everything's done, right? So when we get these two players in, just a right back and a midfielder, Kimmich can finally rest. And I know Kimmich is probably one of those players that if he's not playing, he wants to rip your neck out, but Kimmich needs to rest. And then let's say you're playing Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals, right? And then you're playing Frankfurt and then Hoffenheim, I don't know, not Hoffenheim, maybe Gladbach, or I don't know. You're playing tough teams. You can play it has to do with form, of course. If a player's not in form, they can't be starting, right? So hopefully all our players would be in some sort of considerable amount of form, right? So you just rotate. Let's say then Gnabry could need a rest. You play Hudson-Odoi. Let's say Sané could need a rest. You play Coman. And then guess what? These players now go into the Real Madrid game, and there are 5 substitutions we could use. Let's say you bring Sané in, just keep him fresh for 30 minutes, and then he starts in the Real Madrid game in the quarterfinals in April or something. And that's great. That's what depth is supposed to be about. That's how it's supposed to be used. It's not a bad thing to have a lot of players. Well, too many players is a damn issue, but this season, I don't think too many players is even an issue. Cousins will start games, so will Fine. Well, I don't think Adrian Fine will start. You know what I mean? But they will get massive opportunities to prove themselves. There are 5 substitutions we could be using. You will pretty much get minutes. You'll be bound to get minutes. All our competitions allow 5 subs. The Pokal does, the Champions League does, and so does the Bundesliga. So there is lots of space in there for all these players to play minutes, if that's the case. If Odoi fails, who would you want as a backup winger? Hopefully he doesn't fail. But if he failed, which is an unlikely scenario, because I don't think he'd fail, he'd come here to be a backup winger, and it's not that hard. And then where he would succeed is if he puts his head down and works towards it. I think if he succeeds, then we keep him, of course. But if he fails, then you just go for someone else. You just go for someone, Karim Adeyemi. You go to Salzburg and pick up Jabozley next year. You go do those things, because then you just move on. I think it'd be a similar thing to us, letting James go and bringing Coutinho in. Pretty much the same types of players, similar situations at both their clubs. Look at James now. People tell me about the Premier League is the most compared best league. Look at what James is doing. And he couldn't do this against Eintracht Frankfurt. He couldn't do this against Sevilla and Valencia. He didn't do this in La Liga or the Bundesliga. Well, he did it in his first season, but not as consistently as he's doing it for Everton now. So, you know what? Yeah, I think you need that. Side Benrahma, I don't think we're linked to him. I like him as a player. I would definitely look at Benrahma if I'm Bayern. And that's someone that's 25 years old, similarly or just comparatively good levels of experience on him, good minutes in the championship with Brent. I don't know. He'd be a great signing, I think. And then that's someone that's 25. You need those types of signings. It's not all the time you need someone like a world-class player or a very young player that could be world. Sometimes you just need players in between. And I think players like Benrahma would be or add a lot of good relative qualities. And I think you'd need someone like that. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind. For all the parts is good. If only we need a four-winger, time to rest Gnabry. Okay, yeah. Resting is so important this season. Look, I wanted to cut this short because I need to watch Marcelo Bielsa out-coach Pep Guardiola with a crap team. So I need to watch that. Marc Roca. It's Mark. It's Mark. There's no O at the end. Just letting you know that. There's a third target there in Andrej Kramaric. I'm not. We won't get him. It's almost like players that are linked to Bayern just turn into some other level when we start really wanting to get him. So apparently Bayern want to pay 30 million. And Depay is another one, Yannick Robinson. That's another one we could go and get. Depay 25 million, he would be a striker winger, could play in the cam position where Muller plays, or the central forward position, whatever you want to call it, wherever you want to interpret it as, the Ramda, I don't know. Depay could be that. I would love a Memphis Depay here. He's a hard worker, man. I mean, everyone looks at him and they're like, he makes songs. Make some songs. Promote some. I don't know. I don't care. As long as he works. Everything I hear about Depay from his coaches is that the guy works, man. He works on the training ground. I would love Memphis Depay at Bayern. I would absolutely be over the moon. He has a contract that expires in like 9 weeks, so we could get him on a free. But then again, you'd have to convince him to join Bayern, because Barcelona would probably offer him 500k a week for no reason. So I would love to pay. And yeah, the thing is, Lyon are pretty much saying they don't want to sell him. If you go in and say 25 million or 15 million, you could go in really low for Depay right now. If you wanted Memphis Depay at your club, tell Depay, hey, I'm going to buy you. Give Lyon 15 million, and they know they'll be losing him next year for free. And they'll probably take 15 million. Do it, man. I think it'd be great. If you're looking at Andrej Kramaric, you might as well get Memphis Depay. That would be amazing. I don't know. We just need those types of players sometimes. Players that just have a social media presence so we can continue to build our brand globally. Bayern loved it. And he's Ghanaian. Sami Kufo would be absolutely all over the place with that. No Daniel James. Fast and foolish. I agree. Thank you. Thank you so much for mentioning. He's fast and foolish. My guy. That's exactly how I feel about him. Bayern pinned my comment on Instagram today. It better have had something to do with the fact that we need some players. Iowa Arsenal fan. Well, really? Okay. When Lewandowski retires, or what striker would replace him? Or I don't fight Arp. He's trash. No. Jan Teki Fiete Arp. Yeah, no. He's not good. First of all, I mean, we're paying the guy $5 million a year, and he does absolutely nothing for us. He only gets injuries. Well, he could be good, but based on current evidence, nah. Zirkzee's ahead of him in the first team, so that's not something I'm looking at. So, nah, I mean, he played well for Bayern yesterday, scored a great free kick. That's not Bayern, though. That's Bayern 2. Bayern DOS. That's not Bayern 1. So, no Arp for me. He's not for me. I never really understood the signing. Felt like it was just one of those, guesswork. We just decided to, but he didn't even, No, if Fine got like 50 goals for Hamburg, and then he was like this wonder. He wasn't even a wonder kid. I felt like he was just a fast striker someone decided to buy just to see if he could do it. But he didn't. We're paying him $5 million a year. He's terrible. Ability Arp is better than Zirkzee. Yeah, that's why Arp is in our squad and Zirkzee isn't. Bayern buying Kramaric really shows that we appreciate players that play against us with no fear. Did he play against us with no fear, or did we defend against him with fear? Haaland to replace Lewandowski. I don't care. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Hansi Flick wants Callum Hudson-Odoi at Bayern Munich. I can't wait for it. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Will Odoi join Bayern? You know what? I'm hopeful it happens. That's the thing. So there's Sky Max. That's a reporter from Sky Sports. Sky Sports have been pretty much pushing this. Fabrizio Romano tweeted that it's up to the player and Chelsea. Hudson-Odoi wants to join Bayern. That's what sources around his entourage are saying. And that would mean that if Bayern Munich and Chelsea come to an agreement by Monday, he'd join us. I want Odoi. Wow. You guys really don't like Odoi, huh? What's going on? A few days ago, I'm hearing we need Julian Draxler from all of you. And now we finally got a decent player, a good talent. And you're telling me no Odoi. Oh my goodness. Hey, some of you don't watch football. I mean, Hansi Flick rates Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hassan Brazo Salamans rates Callum Hudson-Odoi. Chelsea, not Lampard. Everyone rates Hudson-Odoi except you. How do you feel? Okay, I get what you mean. Like, why him specifically? Why Hudson-Odoi? But maybe it's just Chelsea. They have a known history of getting rid of players like De Bruyne, and they turn great. I'd love Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi is definitely not another Coman. The guy created the most chances. His key passes are amazing. What are you talking? Nah, Kingsley Coman is so... No, don't compare. Odoi actually has footballing intelligence. This guy created the most chances of wingers around this age group. Sancho was in there. He was creating as many chances as Sancho in similar amount of minutes. He's I'm out. Mia San Mia and peace. Yeah, you don't have the Mia San Mia mentality. Yeah, you want to do it out. But George, you criticize Coman all the time. I just enjoy it. I don't criticize him. I just see, now I'm talking after the bell. I just think he's crap. Yeah, there we go. That's not criticism. It's just I just don't rate him. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, Mia San Mia and peace. Dortmund fan. Shut up, man. Yeah.